Hello Scorpio, welcome to Dumela Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the sun sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio, this is a special message. This is from a frequency from the unknown. It is a frequency of source, so it is a positive, loving, high frequency energy which wishes to come through and assist you at this time. However, this energy wishes to remain unknown in order not to be limited by human conditioning, understanding, and words. So this frequency wishes to come through and to share some guidance with you at this time, which will assist you during your beautiful transformation process. Okay, Scorpio, let us see what's coming through for you at this time. Thank you. Okay. So at the center of the read, we would have the Page of Pentacles. Within we'd have the Knight of Wands. Okay, what's coming through is that this frequency would like to give you some clarity upon your path. We have the Eight of Wands without. To clear up some confusion. Below we have the Star. And we have the Two of Swords crowning. And beneath the deck, we have the King of Swords. Okay, beautiful beings, as your overall energy. This powerful frequency would like you to have an understanding about where you are right now and what's going on. You are going through an embodiment, a claiming of your frequency, a claiming of your power, a claiming of your truth. And this claiming of your frequency is overriding everything else. Okay, so it's sort of, this frequency is saying, if you were to see what's happening to you through our eyes, you would see almost as though, imagine these colors with the Eight of Wands, okay? There's a spectrum of colors, and each color is maybe an experience, an opportunity, or something that you want to happen, or something that you have been working towards. And these are on a graph, okay? There is another band of color, which is a dominant frequency, and that is overriding everything else, because everything else is going to now shift along this new band of color. And that is that frequency of source you're creating, and that is you allowing the physical to take the shape of source. That the physical taking the shape of source, honoring the source, that is a fundamental shift in your creative matrix, and that's a dominant shift. Everything else is going to surrender to the shift. So it's important that you understand that through your physical reality, you're going to see things shift and change dramatically to honor the source frequency you are, and that's the dominant. So even if you really wanted something to happen, or if you really wanted an outcome, if that outcome does not allow source, if that outcome is born of the physical illusion, it will not be. And it is important for you to understand this so that you're not saddened or angry or disappointed, but that you know it is a realignment, it is an adjustment, it is a redesigning of your experience in order for you to finally shift into experiences that honor the source you are. So overall energy, the King of Swords, this is what each and every single one of you are becoming, are stepping into. And this is you being one of source. This is you creating an authentic space truthful spaces. This is everything honoring the source you are. This is that dominant frequency, okay, where your thoughts, your understandings, the way that you express yourself, the way that you are, the way that you speak, the way that you create and manifest is honoring source, is truthful, authentic, and completely clear. There is no exception and there is no space for anything within the illusion, within the absence of source to be. That no longer, those energies, those experiences, those conversations, those manifestations are literally being removed from your physical experiencing. This is you being one with source, and this is you tapping into that source energy and being intuitive at all times. So source is asking you to embody the King of Swords at this time, to be intuitive, to just follow where source is guiding you, not to be reactive if things should shift away, but instead to, okay, source, wow, that was a surprise. Really thought that was happening for us. Clearly not. Where are we going? Where do we go to? Show us. Where do we go to now? I surrender to you, source. We surrender to the unknown. What exactly are we supposed to be manifesting at this time? And should you do that, you will finally embody the Page of Pentacles energy. And this is that childlike innocence where you are now experiencing new things in the physical realm, where you are now experiencing new conversations, new relationships, new physical opportunities, experiences, situations, environments, manifestations, co-creations. This is you being open to the new, being open to new possibilities. This is you letting go deeply of everything, of everything. You are letting go completely of your old life. That is what Source is asking you to do. Source is saying, if you're trying to hold on to the dreams and the outcomes and your visions and your plans, you are trying to hold on to the visions, the plans of the caterpillar. You're trying to hold on to the visions, the plans when you're in the cocoon. You are now a new frequency. You are now finally creating within the frequency of Source. And the physical realm is now finally ready to honor you completely and fully. This is you being a completely new being. Thus, we require you to honor it. It is not just a nice thought. It is not a serving suggestion. It is not a dream. It is a reality. You are beginning a whole new lifetime. If you could see it as we see it, this frequency is saying, you are living this life and that life, boom, has literally come to an end. Whoop, and you're beginning a whole new one. And yet some of you are still beginning this whole new one, but you're still carrying on, carrying the baggage, carrying the frequencies, carrying the dreams, carrying the wants and the desires of the old life. And those cannot be accessed in this new platform, in this new reality. And as soon as you release it, you're going to receive so much more. And it's going to be so incredible. And it's going to be so wonderful. And you're going to be so happy because you're going to finally realize, wow, I was really settling for less. And there's so much more that I can actually manifest. There's so much more abundance. There's so much more love. Within the Knight of Wands, Source is saying, yes, we just require you to be intuitive. Intuitive, go with the flow. Don't have any fixed things, because here in the physical without Eight of Wands, these are the changes. Source is saying you're going to have these changes, these changes, these rapid changes as this experience you thought was going to happen is removed. That experience you thought would never happen all of a sudden is coming in. That what you thought that relationship being released, another relationship coming in. It's this shifting of energies as anything that was honoring the absence of Source has been removed and purged clearly, and everything that's honoring you is being anchored in your physical environment. Okay, you have been through this before. How? When you were in the cocoon embodying spirit, you had a similar shift where you had to be the Knight of Wands, but it wasn't the Page of Pentacles, it was the Page of Wands, because it was your spirit self. Your spirit self was becoming renewed. And so you had many divine changes, right, happening in your physical as you were releasing that of the illusion and tapping into that which was of spirit. And now you are releasing that which was of illusion and spirit and tapping into that which is of the physical you. It is the final transformation. It's the butterfly stage now, finally anchoring in. And Source is saying, yes, we know it's frustrating having these bring in, release. But remember, this is the year 2023. And we said in the beginning, as Velastri brought through the message in January, this is the year of receiving and releasing, because this is you replenishing, re-anchoring, rehabilitation. You're receiving a frequency, the frequency shifts your reality, you upgrade. You receive another frequency, it shifts your reality yet again, you upgrade. You receive another frequency, it shifts your reality again, you upgrade. And every time you receive, you release in order for the upgrade to be. Next year, the year of 2024, that's an 8. That's when things are starting to be a bit more grounded, which is why now you are now coming into the final stage, that butterfly, where now you're being crystallized as Source in the physical, and your physical realm is crystallizing to honor you as Source. And now finally the changes that are happening in the years to come, they are more permanent, more stable. They are lasting longer. They are not so temporary and shifting like this year. This was the year of shifting, because the 7, 2023, going down to a 7, was everything aligning to spirit, aligning to Source. So everything was just being balanced to Source, balanced to Source, balanced to Source. And that was the healing you were doing. But now you are finally at Source frequency. So now you're ready to allow the physical to now balance to Source. Below the star, this is now you completely in the star frequency. And this is number 17, which makes an 8. 8 of Wands, 88. 8 is that infinity, as within, without, infinity frequency. And 2024 next year is that 8 infinity frequency. So everything now finally aligning. And look, again, 1 manifestation, 7 balancing to Source. Your alchemy, your magician frequency now being of Source. The physical realm now being of Source. And this is what you're embodying in the physical below, okay? So crowning, 2 of Swords, unknown. You need to remain in the unknown energy. You cannot try to foresee, try to hold on, try to preempt, try to calculate. This beautiful frequency from the unknown is saying we need you to release the known, okay? Even us, when we come to you in this reading, we ask Kemet to not try to figure out our name, to not try to ask us for a physical human naming, but to rather release us to the frequencies of unknown and trust that we are good, and trust that we are love, and trust that we are from Source, for they can only channel in that which is of Source, for that is where they are of Source at all times. Releasing the unknown, the known rather, surrendering to the unknown, releasing the mind, and trusting, releasing the mind, being intuitive, being one with Source. So you see, there's nothing for you to worry about when you release the mind, because you're embodying the King of Swords. You're embodying the divine physical, the divine light. Your mind is one of Source. And the mind of Source doesn't overthink and problem solve. It allows, it receives. It's intuitive, it flows, it's divine. And you're now one with the mind of Source. So when these changes are happening, just remember, okay, remember that reading. We are simply shifting to Source. The physical is shifting to Source. So I am just going to be open. And you are Scorpio energy. You are the frequency of transformation and change. Okay. Change and transformation, evolution is your default setting. That is your healing frequency. So for you to be caught up on something, trying to make something remain the same, is a disaster for you. You are the frequency of fluid change and transformation. You are water frequency, Scorpio. Fluidity at its best, sacral chakra, divine feminine, your highest self creating. So be open and allow yourself to flow, to be fluid, to allow the transformation, because you're having major transformations at this time coming through as you are embodying the alchemist of Source in the physical at this time. Trust in the unknown. Follow the intuition of spirit. Release everything. Let go of everything that you wanted, you thought you needed, you thinking was coming. Let go the physical realm and allow yourself to be anew. Allow yourself to be completely brand new in this realm, and watch as the star, wish fulfillment, manifestations, miracles, watch as now this physical realm is transformed to the source you are, bringing you new, beautiful physical manifestations, new blessings, new opportunities, new abundance, new love, which is rich, which is whole, which is a wish fulfillment, which is destined. You are shifting your physical reality to destiny, to destined experiences. Let go the path of the known, conditioned way, and allow and surrender the path of the unknown, destined way. It is time for you to create through a physical which honors the source you are at all times. Blessed be.